Did Apple or Epic win the massive lawsuit? And that new Matrix trailer made things even more confusing. That and so much more in this week's Entertainment Roundup. Let's get into it. What's up guys, welcome to That Freaking Geek, and this is the Entertainment Roundup for the week. I am so excited to get into some gaming news, some movie news, and a little bit of TV series news. But let's get right into it. Starting off with gaming. Last week, PlayStation had its huge showcase. A lot of people were very excited for it because, they showed off some really tough games. I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger. It's not the best PlayStation showcase, but it's still up there with some of the best. I'm not going to go through every game that was announced. Instead, go watch it for yourself on the official PlayStation YouTube channel. But instead, I'm just going to focus on the games that I thought need to be talked about. First of all, Alan Wake Remastered. I love Alan Wake. I really do think I love Alan Wake. And what I more importantly think is that I don't think it looks as good as I would have hoped for. Yes, it is a game that's over a decade old at this point. However, I do think that this is a nice little nudge towards Remedy potentially making an Alan Wake 2 soon. So I'll take this remastered just so that we can get more Alan Wake and for the first time on a PlayStation console. If you haven't played Alan Wake yet, I really recommend you play this remastered just so that we have more money to Remedy so they can make Alan Wake 2.
It's coming for me. Whatever you do, don't go out in the dark. Stay in the light.
In a surprise announcement, we got more than just one Insomniac announcement. To be honest, I didn't think we would get anything from Insomniac right now, considering they just released Miles Morales and Rift Apart. But we got some cool games from them. Starting off with Wolverine. That is right, we are getting a Wolverine game made by Insomniac, the guys behind Spider-Man. And so it looks really good, which is a small teaser, and it's probably not going to come out anytime soon. What I'm hoping for is that it has more of a mature tone, and it is said that the developer has said that yes, indeed, it has more of a mature tone and won't be as lighthearted as Spider-Man. I'm hoping for some blood and guts because it wouldn't be Wolverine unless you're slashing through people. And on top of that, we also, out of nowhere, got a reveal of Spider-Man 2. Miles Morales and Peter Parker are working together to take down the enemies within New York City. The trailer was very short, but we also got a bit of a glimpse at one of the villains being Venom. I was very surprised. I never thought we'd get a Spider-Man 2 reveal, but we did, and I'm excited. But guys, 2023, if we're lucky, it's going to come out.
Will one of you finally give me what I desire? Yes, we will.
But the main game, the game to end off the show, of course, was my most anticipated game, God of War Ragnarok. Ragnarok is looking absolutely fantastic, and how the trailer starts is with Atreus bringing back a deer to Kratos, which is a beautiful contrast to the beginning of the 2018 game where Kratos goes out to teach Atreus how to hunt deer. But not only that, we also got gameplay. I never thought we'd get more than just a cinematic trailer. And the gameplay is looking even more versatile, which is absolutely awesome and kind of funny considering that the God of War we know back in the day used to jump everywhere, throwing his blades everywhere. But now we get a little bit more of that, kind of a good in-between with the old and the new. The game looks incredible and I cannot wait for it to come out. Which is quite interesting on top of all that is that Cory Barlog, a man who I look up to quite a lot, he is no longer the director. Instead, someone else who has been involved with all the God of Wars, including 2018's God of War, and he instead is taking over as director. Barlog teased that he is working on something else. Even though he is involved in Ragnarok, he is involved in something for the future for the studio. And so what that is, who knows, it could be a God of War that happens after Ragnarok, maybe an Egyptian setting, a setting that's outside Norse, who knows. All I know is that I'm really excited for whatever Cory's doing next, but more importantly, Ragnarok is set to come out sometime next year, we hope.
In moments of crisis, panic does nothing. Harness it. Let it serve you.
Talking of the PlayStation Showcase, a game that was given a trailer was GTA. Nope, not GTA 6, GTA 5. Yep, we got another GTA 5 trailer. And not only that, is that the GTA 5 remastered for the PS5 and Xbox Series X, whatever you want to call it, I'm sure has an official name, but I don't really care about it. More importantly, it has been delayed till March of next year. I'm like, come on guys, what on earth do you need to do more to it in 4 months? But anyway, it doesn't really matter, but considering that there's just some like things that other people do for free for their games. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent. Regardless, people are not happy with this trailer. They're saying that they don't care anymore, just give us GTA 6. As you can see on the YouTube, all the YouTube videos, they have a dislike ratio that is so much higher than the like ratio. People are sick of hearing about GTA 5 Rockstar. Stop it and make GTA 6.
It's lonely up here! Come on, man, speed up! Get us out of here! Roger that! Whoa! I think we're gonna literally make out like bandits on this.
The Epic versus Apple lawsuit has come to an end, and I haven't really covered it here because of the fact that it's quite complicated, but this is the basis of it. Basically, Epic was not happy with Apple and how they took a 30% revenue of all purchases, and so they're like, listen, we're going to take our game and put it on our own store and direct people to paying on said store, and Apple was not happy with that, and so they pulled the game off of the iOS. Except here's the kicker here is that Epic was ready for it and decided to send a lawsuit and a huge PR movement to #FreeFortnite. That led to the huge lawsuit. In the end, what happened was, if you look at it on paper, it looks like Apple won because out of the 10 accusations, Apple was ruled in favor out of none of them. But the number one thing is that Apple is no longer allowed to demand that people pay on their app store, that they have to put a button that allows people to go to other payment options. This means that people who have to pay developers now can go, instead of going through Apple, can go straight to the developer, which is quite great for them because Apple charges 30% when you pay on their app store. And so I think this is a huge win for Epic because now they can take that 30% and put it right into their pockets. I'm sure Apple will kind of do a bit of a disclaimer going, hey, can't really trust this, you can do it, but you know, we don't really know where your money's going. I'm sure Apple will kind of just throw some fire hoops in the way just to make you feel fearful that your money is going to go somewhere else. But in the end of the day, yes, did Epic win? No, not really. They wanted to try and make it look like Apple was this huge monopoly, evil empire, but I do think ultimately they're going to win because now they can take people and go, hey, go to this store and purchase your V-Bucks there. And that is a big win for Epic in the end. Last bit of gaming news is that Dying Light 2 has been delayed. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we got another delay for this zombie game. I do not mind. I mean, I'm bummed, but I do think that this is ultimately going to make a better game when it comes out in February of next year. And it's February 4th, which means a lot of other big games are coming out then as well, but it's fine. I just won't eat that month.
Is all hope really gone? We'll see about that.
Moving on to movie news, which is not as much as video game news, but still you need to know, such as the first thing is that Christopher Nolan, yep, the man behind movies like Inception, The Dark Knight, and recently Tenet, that guy has decided he's no longer working with Warner Brothers and instead is moving over to Universal. Why is he doing that? Well, he's not really happy with HBO Max. HBO has decided that they're gonna take all their Warner Brothers movies and put them onto their streaming platform. And that is on a TV screen and not the screen that Christopher Nolan wants. His films were made for the big screen, sometimes and more specifically the IMAX screen. And so he's like, nope, I'm going to Universal and they're gonna put my movie on the IMAX screen where it's meant to be watched. Whatever Christopher Nolan does, I'm there for you, buddy. I'm not gonna leave you. I'm gonna go watch your movies on the big screen. So you do what you need to do what's right for you.
Theaters and on HBO Max.
Moving on to news that was the headline here, and the reason why you probably clicked on the video, is the new Matrix movie trailer. Does it make any sense? That's the question I have for you right now. And if you clicked on this going, what is this guy talking about? It made perfect sense. What trailer did you watch? Because I had no idea what was going on. If I'm not mistaken, Neo died in the last film. How is he alive here? Yes, I know the Matrix movie, this new one, is called Resurrections, but come on. And is he back in the Matrix? Are they just trying to recreate the first movie all over again? I don't know. The trailer didn't wow me that much. I guess we'll just have to wait and see until the actual movie comes out. But for now, I'm not impressed. I'm very confused. And yeah, I just want more answers. Please and thank you.
After all these years, to be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
To end off the roundup, we got a Hawkeye series trailer, and it is looking really good. If you've been watching the Disney Marvel series, they have been actually fantastic so far. And so I'm really looking forward to this movie. I love Hawkeye. I'm interested to see his world kind of expand a lot more. It looks like it's set during Christmassy times, which is always fantastic. And I personally think that the quality of the directing and just the general cinematography is looking really nice, and I'm looking forward to it.
It's the most wonderful time. Yes, the most wonderful.
This is too dangerous. Definitely not this one.
You don't have to say definitely like that. Holy shit! There are arrows more dangerous than that
one? And yeah, that's it from me. If you're new here, why don't you give me a like and a subscribe and all the things you need to do to get more connected. But that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.